Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Lunar Rose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, I'm going to be reading for the Earth signs Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn for the week of March 31st through April 6th. So, we are in between these eclipses, the powerful Libra lunar eclipse that we experienced this past Monday, and then, of course, the Aries new moon solar eclipse that comes in on April 8th. I feel like we're all going to see some hidden truths being brought to light, right? That's what eclipses do. Eclipses also make us change in life. So if all of us are going to set also, I do feel that most of this will happen with relationships because we have that Libra energy, and the Libra energy, of course, does rule the seventh house, which is relationships. And then, of course, Aries is what you're passionate and what brings you drive in life, right? So here's what I'm going to say, guys. This energy is much more powerful than I think any of us expected. And I feel like it's going to be a lot easier to go with the flow type of. Also, please remember that on April 1st, we have Mercury retrograde starting in the sign of Aries. We've talked about this several times. Guys, I don't want you to be scared of Mercury retrograde. It's not a bad thing. Astrology is a tool, and it just helps us get through life a little bit easier, right? Mercury retrograde in Aries, here's what I'm going to say. These are some of my recommendations, right? I'm going to say be cautious making any hasty decisions unless you're an Aries. If you're in Aries, then you make quick decisions. You have to think on your feet very quickly and make important decisions all day, every day, right? So if you're not in Aries, if Aries is not your rising, make sure you're thinking everything through as thoroughly as possible. Try not to be impulsive time again, unless you're an Aries, right? Because we're impulsive every day and we know how to deal. I will say do move forward, right? Like don't let this retrograde hold you back and do go after what it is that you want with all of your passion and drive. Again, that Aries energy, right? All right, so please remember we are multi-streaming 3 different platforms. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. All PLY links, personal readings, all of that stuff can be found in the description box of this video. And I do have one announcement. We will be doing our live stream Twin Flame Current Energy Update for the month of April 2024 this coming Saturday, the 30th at 8 p.m. And then that is now listed on my channel. You can go over and hit that follow me button notification, and it will notify you when we go live. All right. One more tiny slight maybe. I may be streaming from a different location tomorrow. I know I probably shouldn't have said anything just yet because I'm gonna go check it out first. But I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna be allowed to do this. And I don't know, it would be fun to just be in a different place. You guys might see some fishing lures or maybe a bass or two around. So I just thought it might be some fun to change it up a little bit, right? But that's tomorrow. So we'll worry about that tomorrow, right? All right, let's see. My beautiful moderators are here. I love you, Sandra, Diana, and Michelle. Michelle helping us over on Facebook. All right, I'm going to jump right into collective. I feel like spirits want me to talk about the energies. That's the hardest part of all this live stuff. Okay, so I feel like the energies are, some of us feel a little numb today. It's not necessarily good or bad, I would say. I feel like we're all ready to push forward. I feel like some of us like feel like spirit is keeping us at a slow pace, right? And then some of us are able to push forward. So I do feel like there's some divine timing happening today, definitely. Here's what I'm going to say about today's energy. The best way that I can express to work with this energy is this is what I do. Ready? I just listen for confirmation. Honestly, I just listen to spirit and I ask spirit, am I supposed to do this? Is this cool? Is this kosher? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. Strike that. But you know what I'm saying? And then that's, what I do and what I talk about. Okay, so apparently we're also going to talk about news. I don't like talking about news. I don't like talking about like what's going on, in the world. I feel like we all have opinions, but spirit doesn't understand that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. A lot of religion has come up for me today. And I know that it's going to have something to do with that solar eclipse. We talked about that, guys. I know there's like so many different like spiritual connections, religious connections. Um, okay, so here's what I'm gonna say about religion. Ready? Everybody has their own opinion. Okay, everybody has their own journey. We all learn different ways. I'm not telling you to do it my way. Go figure it out on your own, right? But I myself do not adhere to a certain religion anymore. Um, it was Christianity, and honestly, there's so many types of Christianity that I couldn't even tell you what kind. But I don't think it was like Baptist or anything like that. You see what I'm trying to say? So I wasn't, now what's happening is now that I've had this awakening, now what I'm experiencing is what they call is Christ consciousness. See, there's this misconception that, everybody thinks that, Jesus Christ, and when we say Christ, that we're talking about Jesus Christ. And that's not necessarily true. We're talking about Christ consciousness, so it's a whole different thing, which Jesus did have and Jesus did teach, right? But here's what I'm going to say about religion, because I feel like you guys are all kind of coming at me with what to do, because a lot of your spiritual beliefs are being, changing as you're going through this awakening. What I'm going to say is that spirit will guide you. Spirit will guide you wherever it is that you're supposed to go. Like spirit guided me to Christ consciousness. Like I didn't even know what Christ consciousness was until I had my awakening, right? So go where you're guided, right? Another thing I'm going to say is we need to be more open to receive information. There's such a fear-based world that we live in, where people ask me all the time, Rosa, who are you talking to when you're doing those readings? Or they'll say, Rosa, who's telling you that stuff when you're doing those readings? I don't know who you guys think I'm talking to, but I'm talking to God over here. And again, God gave us all these tools to use, right? And they're just tools. There's nothing bad about any of them. It's what our intention is. So keep that in mind too. All right, I think I touched on all the subjects, right? I have some Stevie Nicks playing in the background because, oh my gosh, I'm madly in love with her, right? And all her songs and her beautiful words and her poetry. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you know, but I just recently found Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood. Guys, I always thought Fleetwood Mac, like, don't laugh, ready? I always thought just by the name Fleetwood Mac, and remember I told you I was like a really judgmental B word. I'm not joking about that. I really was. And so when I heard the word Fleetwood Mac, I thought it was going to be like some reggae band, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. Maybe like I don't know if you guys remember like Mac Lamore, the rapper guy that sang about the thrift store shopping. You know what I'm trying to say? I thought it was going to be something like that. Um, I know, right? So completely blown away the last few days by all of her songs, especially if you're on, this specific type of spiritual awakening journey. So I've definitely been doing a lot of research, right? I've been watching a lot of her interviews. I'm learning about the Lindsay guy, right? And all of that stuff. So, but I just want to say really quickly, there was one song that I knew, like I kept hearing her songs and I was like, I've heard this voice before. Like I know I don't know, maybe they played a song in a movie, on a commercial somewhere. I've heard this voice, and I've played you can look on my Pandora, over 200 of her songs. And this one song never came up, never. And I don't really know why. But I kept looking because I knew that there was somewhere I had heard this voice before. And then one of our moderators commented, and he told me what he said he karaoke's his song sometimes, and it was called Landslide. And I was like, oh my gosh, that rings a bell, right? So I went, I Googled, and it's the song. That's that real popular song that I had heard. And I knew that that voice was familiar, you know what I mean? And I couldn't find it. I finally found it today. So yes, if you hear it playing in the background, please let me know because we'll get in trouble. And we don't want to do that, right? But if you haven't heard Stevie Nicks yet, or Fleetwood Mac, or any of her songs, gosh, we were missing out, right? All right, I'm going to start with a collective reading. We probably have some new subscribers, guys, so you may see some new faces come in and out today. which will be really interesting because we gained like 50 subscribers today on our YouTube Shorts. Isn't that crazy? Um, now, luckily, it was a twin flame YouTube short, so they can't act like they're shocked. You know what I'm saying when they come in here. um, so we might see some new faces. Okay. Almost ready. I always shut my book after the intro and it has the timestamps in it. So it's like I always have to open it back up. I know, right? All right. Let's do collective. Let's do 1053. I did pull the Blessed Be Oracle out. My music just changed on its own. Took off my CV and now it's playing Blake Shelton. Which I mean, I like Blake Shelton, but I like when like the tablet just kind of has a mind of its own, plays whatever music it wants to play. All right, let's look at masculine energy first. So please remember, everyone, we all have masculine and feminine energies, right? Really just depends on how these readings resonate for you. Most of us here at PLR are on a very specific type of spiritual awakening journey. And then, of course, it could resonate very different for those of us on this, specific type of awakening journey. All right, a blessing on your sleep comes out. So immediately it tells me that masculine energy is not sleeping very well. Which is interesting because I feel like none of us are sleeping very well. We're getting about 3, 4, 5 hours of sleep at night max. How many of you are being woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning? That's a thing, right? So I feel like we are being woke up at a certain time each morning for a very specific reason. I'm really not sure how I'm supposed to talk about it. I really don't know too much about it, but Spirit says we're going to talk about it. So here we go. Okay, so at the 3 a.m. time is a common or normal or known time to be awakened by spiritual side of things. And what the message that I have been receiving this week is that when we're being woke up at 3 a.m., it's like we are, it's for either protection or enlightenment, right? So it's like something could be happening and we're being awakened for protection from spirit or enlightenment, like we're receiving downloads, we're receiving information. All right, let's look at the feminine energy. A blessing to bring clarity, and it's number 35. Masculine was number 6. A blessing on growing older is here. It's number 38 on the bottom for divine feminine. Here's what I'm gonna say, guys. That short set took off. It has over 4,000 views. It is now the most viewed video ever on our channel. Yay, right? Again, we got over 40 subscribers. Hi, Victoria. Off this one shorts, right? The shorts that took off. Guys, you don't even understand. I play with these filters like you would not believe. Look at my picture up there in the corner. I'm just saying, like, I can make an 80-year-old woman look like she's 20 years old. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I really got these graphics down. The shorts that took off, no filter, and all my wisdom highlights showing. I was like, of course that's going to be the one. A blessing to bring clarity. It's because we're, again, making that shift in life, like we're changing direction. Again, it can be in religion, have mercy, in relationship or career. But it's like, that's what divine feminine is happening. I feel like divine masculine is not really making any big moves right now. They're definitely gaining some wisdom, receiving some downloads, and there could be some health issues with divine masculine. I've been picking that up for several days. A blessing to bring clarity. I'm not trying to like scare anybody. Just go to the doctor. Just get checked out. Just take better care of yourself, right? Like eat good and exercise and sleep, right? Like all of that stuff, right? All right, a blessing to bring clarity for feminine. I feel like it's just clearing the path so that you can move in a different direction. All right, let's do bridging energy. So bridging energy is going to be your current spiritual lesson. And remember, it doesn't matter, different people, different places. It's just going to be this spiritual lesson that you're learning at the same time. All right, so we have a blessing for good work, but I want to say it was coming out in reverse. I really don't like the reversals, and there's really not like a reversal meaning here. But it's very possible that we're seeing what comes in for us when we are in alignment and what our challenges are when we're out of alignment, right? All right, I'm going to clarify a little bit. Right after I fix my music. Let me know if you guys hear it in the background. I feel like it was just a little bit too loud. All right, masculine energy, not sleeping. Five of Wands, challenges. Five of Swords, ooh, back to back, and Knight of Swords. Going back and forth, whether they should communicate with someone, break free from someone. The Five of Swords always shows like her head is spinning in the tarot of the sweet twilight. So it's like this energy of wishy-washy, can't make up their mind type of energy. So here's what I'm going to say for masculine. If you feel like you can't sleep, then most likely it's because there's something on your mind, right? Like there's something that you're thinking about all the time, or stressing about, something like that. So it's like you have to take care of that situation, or you're just going to keep staying up on it, or you're just going to keep not being able to sleep. And I feel like whatever the situation is, it's been very challenging for quite some time. The fives are sticking out to me. So, I mean, I don't know, 5 years, 5 months. I feel like it's more like 5 years, right? All right, let's look at a blessing to bring clarity for divine feminine. I feel like most of us feel this direction, but we just don't know how to make the move, right? The Eight of Swords comes out. Maybe it's not that we don't know how to make the move, it's just that we don't want to make a wrong move, right? I feel like that could be it too. This is one of the trickiest Eight of Swords, and I feel like any tarot set that I have, and I have several. All right, Seven of Swords comes out. Seven of Swords is normally disbelief and distrust. And this particular tarot set, it talks about the choices that she has, the places she can go. It's very possible that something about your own disbelief in yourself or like self-doubt could be stopping you from moving forward. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, stopping you from moving forward in a love situation, emotional contentment, what makes you happy in your heart, right? Here's what I'm going to say. The Eight of Swords. It's a card that says you have to get your hands dirty. You're going to have to get your hands dirty. If you look at the card, like she's shackled, see her wrists? And then those swords are like right underneath her feet. So it's this energy like if she was to try to release herself, she could cut herself, right? If she tried to put her feet down and get like leverage, she could cut herself. When I noticed it, I noticed that she was wearing these gloves, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to have to remove the gloves. She's going to have to get her hands dirty. All right. I want to talk about the swords really quickly. There's this phrase in the book. It says, "A wall is built, ready to withstand whatever attacks may come." What does it mean, though, when the builder of the wall spends more time convincing herself that she's in the right as she does anything else? And definitely going to have something to do with your emotional contentment. Eight of Swords is a self restriction, telling yourself you can't have something, most likely happiness, right? That could be like why we're scared to make a move or take a different direction. I think it's going to be the self doubt. Hi, Jenna. All right, let's look at a blessing for good work. It's number 18. All right, so we have the Empress. We have Three of Pentacles. We have the Death card. On the bottom is the Queen of Wands. I seen that Queen of Wands yesterday, and I said something. I feel like Divine Masculine got that energy yesterday, and I said something about like they're scared to take their throne. Like they're not confident enough to take the throne. This is overall energy. Look at that, Two of Pentacles, the mirror and reflection. But it's overall energy. So it's like everyone is lacking the confidence to step up to the plate type of energy. The Empress is our creativity. It's our abundance. It's our divine connection to spirit. And the Three of Pentacles is teamwork, partnership, working together. And the Death card always, like we never miss out on Scorpio energy over here, right? Scorpio comes out again, right? And it's going to be bringing something to a completion. Death is when something ends and something new begins. So it's like something new can't begin because we refuse to close something out. All right, Scorpio. And the Empress also comes out. A lot of wand energy, so some fire energy. All right, now I'm going to do head, heart, and higher self. So I'm looking at Divine Masculine's head space, their thoughts, heart space, their feelings, and higher self, less. In the headspace, we have the take a risk and venture forward. In the heart space, we have taking shelter. The answers are within. And higher self lesson, we have passion and pleasure, savor your life. That makes sense with all that Aries energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the healing energy flows through you card, mystic healer. Divine Masculine, I feel like you're going through something that has something to do with your health. I don't know if it's physical health. I don't know if it's mental health. I don't know if it's financial health. I don't know if it's spiritual health, whatever. There's something that you're going through with your health. And you have the power to heal yourself. It's going to have something to do with a choice that you have to make. The Nave of Swords, like telling someone that they're free to go do whatever it is that they need to do. But this could be like your own freedom. That could be like why you're not sleeping, why you can't, like spirit's not letting you rest, like why it keeps being shown to you, right? I feel like you think that some of this it's risky for you. It's like if I do this, I could lose something. Is the energy that I'm getting. Great adventures in the headspace. Take a risk, venture forward. I feel like that's what Spirit's telling you to do, but I'm not sure if you're actually doing it because taking shelter, the answers are within, are in your heart space. So for Divine Masculine in your heart space, and I don't feel like this is a message. I mean, it could be a message. Divine Masculine could be saying like, this is why I've withdrawn, or this is why I'm protecting myself, or this is why I have this boundary, right? Taking shelter, the answers are within. It's like they're trying to figure something out. They're definitely trying to connect with spirit. And I just want to say that's amazing in itself because Divine Masculine, was not, before the awakening, was not very spiritual and really was not one to connect with spirit in this way, right? Passion and pleasure, savor your life is here for the higher self lesson. It's the card that shows the people by the fire. I always get like this family feeling, like I don't know. We used to have this family camp out in Colorado that we did once a year. I remember it was called like one was this place we went to, like one was called South Fork and one was called North Fork. And you went to like, I don't know which one it is. Like let's say you went to South Fork at the beginning of winter, I mean summer, and then you went to North Fork at the end of summer. And we would do like these family camping trips there, right? There's something you're not allowing yourself. There's some pleasure in life, there's some happiness in life, there's something you're telling yourself that you can't have, and spirit saying that's not true. All right, let's do Divine Feminine, Head, Heart, and Higher Self Space. So Divine Feminine's thoughts, Divine Feminine's feelings, and your current higher self lesson. All right, so first light, I seen it a minute ago, beginning a new cycle and big confirmation with the clarity where I said you're getting clarity so that you can take a new direction in life, right? Gates of triumph, success expands in your life. This is in your heart space, and I feel like you're actually ready to go through the door. And infinite abundance comes out. Abundance is pouring into your life. I love these because these two cards feel very, the energy feels very familiar, like similar is the word I was looking for. Like they're both learning the same lesson that I'm definitely getting like that life is short, right? Happiness is important. Going after what it is that you want when you are doing good, right? Good deeds. I feel like that's definitely the lesson that we're learning right now. Choosing your path, all is possible. More confirmation on the bottom. All right, let's do some messages. I see the card that says, your eyes haunt me. Miss Tina was talking to me about eyes. I noticed something. And every person I've dated or had a relationship with, or like my ex-husband, blue eyes, counter brown eyes. And I don't know if that means something. I have brown eyes. Mine are super, super dark though. And counterpart energy is super, super light. So I don't know, something about the eyes today. One of those shorts that I made, not the one with my gray hair, but there was another one that took off. It's the Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper singing the Shallow song. I feel like that one took off because let me tell you, my eyeballs, my makeup was on point that day. Seeing the I can't fake it anymore card. I feel like they try to, but serious, not allowing it. All right, Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. I'm still here cheering you on. Don't quit now. I'm scared you hate me, and I'm grateful for our journey. It's easier for me to run is on the bottom. Here's what I'm going to say about that. I think we take turns running. I think we don't understand what the journey means, and that's why we run. I think that when I studied like twin flames before they were called twin flames, like because guys, this has been happening like since the beginning of time, just had different labels, right? But like when I studied it before, there used to not there wasn't runners and chasers. This was like something we've added in this like newer time. I don't know, it's like we lost information along the way, and because we didn't have that information, we weren't confident in our decisions, you know what I'm trying to say? And it was like we started running and chasing. All right, Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. Your eyes always talk to me. Look at that. That's a different one. The one I've seen says your eyes always haunt me, and it had like a drawing, a little doodle that I had done on the card. I don't know why I done it. totally messed up the whole card, but then we had to use it. So, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. The eyes, right? Time is passing quickly. Good night is here. It was in reverse. And I was never mad though. It was on the bottom. All right, let's close it out with my new favorite, the Magical Spirit Oracle. We'll pull a couple of them and then I'll pick one to read out of the book. Victoria says, Virgo here. This is resonating. I love it. Collective energies. All right, here we go. Look at this. The rebirth card. Beautiful. It's time to leave the old behind, shedding the chrysalis and taking risks. Memento Mori. It says life, presence, and depth. It says the meaning is in the middle. We're going to read that one. And liberation. Just let me be. Free spirit, wild and authentic. I feel like that's kind of what we're trying to do on this journey, right? Like at this point, both divine masculine, divine feminine, just trying to be liberated, right? Like, yes, we've awakened. Yes, this happened. Yes, we experienced this thing with this person. Yes, great, wonderful. Now we're both people just, ready to go heal and go wherever they're supposed to go, right? Let's read the Memento Mori card. On the bottom, eternal center, guru protection, and peace. I feel like a lot of us are experiencing some separation. And what I'm going to say about that is we just had reunion, so be grateful for that. And understand that this journey is not supposed to be some fantasy fairy tale where you go off and live happily ever after. This journey is about your awakening process, no one else's awakening process. We all have the right to choose whether we want to awaken or not awaken. I do feel like collectively divine masculine has chosen to awaken, thank God, right? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Spirit's just been telling me for the last several days, like the masculine's journey is going to look different than our journey. And just because one looks different doesn't mean that person isn't doing their work, right? All right, let's read it. Number 22. All right, Memento Mori, life, meaning, presence, step 222. Anybody seeing 222? I took pictures of 222 today. In fact, we are at, let me go look at it really quickly. No, not that one. No, not that one. We are at 1221 subscribers right now. So I have seen a lot of 222s going across my day for sure. Sorry, I just noticed my Twitch was okay. I consciously live a meaningful and enriched life is the spell. It says, are you feeling, living, creating, and loving others deeply lately? You're being called to gain more perspective and presence, to enrich your existence and live your life like a living prayer, to marvel at ordinary things, tiny miracles all around you. And you are one of them. If we could truly grasp this, many moments would expand with bliss. We would be stunned by the moss in the forest or the way our coffee cup feels warm in our hands. Looking in the mirror, we would drop to our knees in tears of gratitude, fascinated by the fact that we are human, an ancient soul. On this gorgeous planet within the cosmos, we would be awestruck that we exist with this complex and curious consciousness. This card can also be a positive omen that a lively and vital new energy is coming. That's it, right? I feel it. We all feel it. Or already has. It brings excitement, creativity, realization, passion, and the miraculous. Invite the fullness of it in. It doesn't need to be perfect or planned. medieval period, Latin philosophers came up with the phrase memento mori, meaning remember that you die. A memento mori is something that serves to remind us of the impermanence of life. This idea was created to wake us up to the miracle of existence and to inspire us, to gently remind us that one day, oh man, you guys are about to learn that I can't speak Spanish. La mariposa de la muerte, the butterfly of death, will softly land upon your shoulder. It is natural to have a fear of the unknown, but it is a duality of life and death that makes this meaningful. Too much time creates numbness. Too much time creates numbness. Are you guys catching all of the synchronicities to the reading? I said I felt numb at the beginning of the collective, right? I said that we are all being told that life is too short and we need to go get what makes us happy. Are you guys catching all this? And there's just this one card. It says, too much time creates numbness. No time at all creates a void we both need. What if we could make peace with them? We would feel more alive than ever before. The memento mori card. All right, so I'm going to leave it right there. That's going to be your collective. I hope that was helpful. It scares me every time we get to this part in this journey where spirit reminds us that life is short and we have work to do. I've had so many people come through the Etsy shop. I do personal readings, guys, in case you didn't know. Personal readings can be found on my website or in the Etsy shop. But I always get these waves of people that come in where their person has passed away. And it just freaks me out like every freaking time, right? I do believe, honestly, like from the bottom of my heart, I do believe that one of the reasons I started doing the journey, like started working my path and healing and doing the things that Spirit was telling me to do, because I feared death. I feared death of one or the other. I can't say that I don't necessarily have that fear anymore, just because my relationship with Spirit has grown, right? So I'm kind of excited to see what my soul gets to do, right, in the next lifetime. And for my counterpart energy also. But of course, because we're human, we want them to live long and happy and prosperous lives, right? So yeah, it's just weird to me when Spirit gives me this lesson that, life is short and we don't have time to play around. I feel like at this point in this journey, none of us are playing around anymore, right? Like it's done. All right, I need my tea after that. All right, let's see. Here, I got a little video you guys can watch for just a moment. All right, Sacred Traveler is what I'm going to use for energy of the week. I pulled the energy oracle out for the earth signs for the main spread. Of course, we're going to stick with the magical spirit or guidance, and then we'll use the moonology to close it out. I'm going to start out with Llewellyn Tarot, but I mean, it's very possible that we will swap around. I just flipped over that 10 of Cups. I've been practicing with regular playing cards. Did you guys know you could read tarot with regular playing cards? Miss Tina got me this beautiful set. Oh no, don't do it again. No, don't do that. Sorry. um, Beautiful set of, it shows crystals on the back, but it's just a regular playing set. And so what I did was I, like 2 of cups, I wrote the cups. Can you see it next to the two? And I just did that through all of them. It helps you practice. So if you have a regular set of playing cards in your house, then you have a set of tarot cards. You just didn't know it, right? Drinking the lemon ginger today. I don't know. I feel like I've been stuck on it for the last couple of days. It's going to be the lemon. Tina told me all about the lemon. I haven't been able to get away from it. All right, let's start, Taurus. Let's do 4044. All right, Taurus, this is going to be for March 31st through April 6th. So right in between the eclipses, you do have Mercury retrograde coming in on April 1st. All right, let's get energy of the week, the Sacred Traveler. In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. The snow is sticking out to me. So we just had spring equinox here in the US. You were waiting for something, Taurus, waiting for something. I heard waiting for a package to arrive sometime around the winter time, December, January, February, whenever there was snow. And it was like something is just now coming your way. All right, we have Angel of Strength coming out as your challenge or obstacle. It's the strength to wait for something. Fifth chakra is here. Fifth chakra is throat chakra. It could have something to do with speaking something or listening to something. Cornucopia is here. It's like all your wishes are granted. So yeah, it's like Christmas. Look at the Santa. See the Santa on the sleigh? And then you got, it's like, you know, everything that you want comes in. Yay. Taurus, you're struggling to wait for something. You couldn't, maybe you're not listening to spirit, or you're not, I don't think it's speaking anything. I think it's about hearing something. On the bottom, first chakra, Archangel Michael. I am picking up on a twin energy clearly with the 11, and now we have Archangel Michael. Remember, Archangel Michael is the archangel that protects the twins. All right, I'm going to use Llewellyn Tarot. Taurus, what is this Christmas gift you're waiting for? I feel like you asked for something. Maybe you asked, you know, you asked Santa. I don't know. It's like you asked for something and it didn't come. It's like now it's coming in, which is really interesting because I keep talking about how we keep saying that January 1st was the, oh, Taurus, I know what it is. Okay. All right. So January 1st is the date. They may or not have been snow, but it was cold, right? Okay, so something happened around the 1st, and you had this idea, and it's gonna have something to do with your journey, your spiritual awakening journey. And you had this idea that something was gonna be given to you around the, and then it wasn't. It wasn't. And most likely you struggled with self-doubt, and your self-confidence. Is this even your calling? Are you even on this journey? Did this person even awaken you? Do they even exist? And it's like now it's happening. Now it's coming to fruition. And here's why. Here's why it couldn't come into fruition before, Taurus. Everybody thinks that January 1st is the beginning of the year. We're so backwards. We do things so wrong. And just no wonder our lives are more challenging than they have to be. But like, if you look at the world, okay, so I'm in the US, right? And it was cold here. The leaves there's no tree. I'll get it together. There's no leaves on the trees. Everything is dead, right? Like frozen. And then spring comes in April and bam, now all of a sudden everything's green, the weather picks up, the sun is shining, the birds are out. This is the big year. So it's like you were waiting for something and you had to wait to that old 2023. And I don't even know if that's really the year we're in, just saying. But you see what I'm saying? Like you had to wait till that cycle closed out. And I talk about these cycles all the time. Like I always try to show like the world card is a perfect example because it always shows a circle on the world card and it represents a new opportunity being brought to you, right? And so it's like sometimes when these new opportunities are coming in, we have to close out an old cycle before we can start the new cycle. And sometimes when we're closing out these cycles, there's like this little part at the bottom that like doesn't want to close out. Like it lingers, it takes a moment, and we get so frustrated. And then we do self-doubt. And we're like, oh, we must not get it. Oh, that must not be it. Well, another complicated, decision that's going to make things harder because I didn't have time to wait for something. You guys to know that I just got in trouble. All right. In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. The Nine of Cups, again, divine wishes being granted. The Tower, Mars energy could have something to do with the masculine. It could have something to do with Aries, Scorpio. I feel like it's Scorpio because you have the Death card coming out right next to it, back to back. Have mercy. Oh, Taurus. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, thank goodness, comes out. So this is what you're fighting for. Seven of Pentacles, you're not being patient enough. You're not waiting enough. And Page of Cups, is that what you're waiting for? Taurus, is it a person? Are you waiting for someone to give you an offer? Are you waiting for someone to start over with you? Are you waiting for someone to tell you sorry? Are you waiting for someone to tell you they're sorry and then have different actions? Like I can say I'm sorry all the time, all day, every day. But if my actions don't change, then am I sorry? And is it you, Taurus? Are you the one that needs to say you're sorry? Are you the one refusing? No, it's totally not you. That's why you're having to wait. That's what you're listening for. All right, let's see what happens. We have the Two of Wands coming out, expectations. We have Queen of Cups, Divine Feminine, Clue card, unconditional love. King of Wands coming out, be confident in yourself. You're definitely lacking some confidence. And I could be talking to a Divine Feminine with some high expectations of her counterpart. And is your counterpart a Scorpio? All right, cornucopia, number 11, it says divine wishes are granted. You started out with the energy of the week as Nine of Cups. This is an oracle card. This is a tarot card. They mean the same thing. Coincidence? I think not, right? All right, so Eight of Swords comes out. That's that self-restriction, telling yourself you can't have something, you can't do something. King of Pentacles is here, stepping up to the plate. Again, I don't feel like it has anything to do with money. I feel like this is more about love, but maybe it's possible that you're having to wait on somebody and you're having to step up to the plate and do something on your own for a moment while you manifest and bring these. Virgo energy coming out with the Magician. It could be Gemini too, really. It's Mercury energy is what I'm getting. Mercury retrograde. Taurus, are you waiting for an ex to return? Is that what's happening here? It's almost like you are expecting this person to come back around. And maybe you haven't really made a lot of changes or moves since then. You've just been waiting for a very long time. Bottom is the sun. They do, right? They do come back around. All right, let's pull some guidance. Magical Spirit Oracle. I'm going to read it out of the book. I'll probably pull a few of them because we've read a couple of them now. I don't want to keep reading the same one. So the Tower comes out. You could be dealing with an Aries, but I think it's a Scorpio. The Death card comes out, Scorpio energy. The Magician could be Virgo. I feel like it's Mercury energy. Mercury retrograde energy. Like you're waiting for communication to start again. You're waiting for this person to either say they're sorry or bring you a new offer. And I feel like you feel it coming. That's why this expectation is so high. I think you want them to tell you that they're done doing something or that they're not going to do something anymore. All right, we have the energy card, power, aura, and depletion. Call your energy back to you. We have the portal, adventure, ancestors calling. I says, are you ready? And we have the awakened dead. The things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. Resilience, nirvana, and self-appreciation. I think that's the one I'm going to read. It's number 16. All right, so the affirmation spell is I honor all of me, my past, present, and future selves. This card, it's time for you to have a powerful moment of self-realization about the life you are leading, as if you have already lived it, as if your future self is talking to you. This card can also mean that you have been self-critical, and that's okay. You're on the right track, even if it's not going as you planned. Point of view, imagine you are reflecting on your life from an afterlife. You're so proud of yourself because you were always doing so much better than you thought you were. Yeah, you can see it now. You know it now, but you wish you could have known it then. You wish you seen yourself the way you see yourself. God, you're so beautiful. You realize it was always a choice that you decided to make over and over, even when you didn't want to. You didn't have to. It would have been easier, not to, but you did. You chose to empower yourself, to begin again, to believe again, to pick yourself back up after you fell so hard, nose in the dirt, tears in the soil, hands grasping the earth. And it's okay if you sometimes lay there in the cold darkness a bit longer than you should have. You were in pain, you were tired, and it's okay if you judged yourself for that. You wanted the best for yourself because you believed, you chose to believe. Because even after your weakest aching, I'm so dead inside moment, you called for a rebirth and a reckoning after chaos ensued. You summoned those faintly lit and seemingly dormant powers to come out deep within your soul, and finally they did. Sometimes you weren't sure, though, and that's okay. It's just incredible that even though through all the craziness of this world and people, you did it. You did it. Just wish you could have known that you were always could have trusted yourself. You always could have trusted yourself. This card is a testament to the times we thought we were broken, but instead were awakened, transformed and alchemized through darkness. A salute to all the lessons ahead and how much grace we deserve to give ourselves. Beautiful. All right, so here's what I'm going to say, Taurus. I feel like this has to do with a past relationship. I feel like this person maybe awakened you or maybe you awakened them. But it's almost like you're waiting for them to come back and either tell you thank you or tell you that they're sorry. And I feel like you're going to get the shock this week because your manifestation, you're calling it forth, comes in this week. On the bottom, the You're a Badass card. All right, so here's what I'm going to say, Taurus. If they come back with an apology and change behavior, you are a badass. If they come back with an apology and they don't change behavior and you walk away and leave that stuff in the past, you're still a badass. All right. Numerology to close it out. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I really don't think that you're too emotional. I do feel that you're very much in your thoughts because I feel like you've been trying to manifest this energy for quite some time. You're very close to achieving your goal. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. It's the gibbous moon. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. More confirmation. There's your twins. And I just said that I didn't think you were very emotional, but Spirit likes to prove me wrong. Emotions are running high. It's the super moon. On the bottom, it says, have faith in your dreams. It's the waxing crescent moon. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and then we're going to move on to Virgo. Look at me beating the video. I'm on it now. All right. I do see several people, YouTube and Facebook. So I'm gonna say that if you hang out, I will offer some free oracle card pulls from my new magical spirit oracle if you guys want to hang out till the end. And then if my moderators could just help me remember that when I get ready to say that I'm leaving. I want to check out the Twitch too. I've been trying to keep an eye on it. Like even if it's just me, I don't care. I just want to learn how to do it. But it's hard. It's like we're not on at the same time that other tarot readers are on, or I haven't found them yet. I don't know. I feel like I need to spend a little bit more time over there. All right, Virgo, let's timestamp 5648. This is going to be from March 31st through April 6th. Virgo, we're right in between those eclipses, so that Libra lunar eclipse and the Aries solar eclipse. But you do have Mercury retrograde coming in on the 1st. So remember, Mercury retrograde, we all know, delays in travel, can have some technology issues, of course, the exes, communication, all of that stuff. And I mentioned that because it did show up for Taurus's reading. So we're doing yours next. Let's see if it comes back out. Energy of the week, and I'm using the Sacred Traveler. We have rejuvenating rain, clear the past and heal the present. So our Mercury retrograde comes back out, right? Answering the call. Let's did hear that telephone ring, so it's very possible, someone from your past calls, right? Pretty easy. All right, let's do challenge or obstacle with the energy oracle. Let's see if we can find out who it is. We have the garden and the gate. Whoever it is, you don't want to talk to them, Virgo. Walking away card and magician. And I feel like this person could have messed with your own self-worth, or you feel like they don't see your value. All right, so we got the two cards. These are my favorite in here, okay? So you got the garden and the gate and the walking away card. They actually go together. So the garden and the gate, I'm going to try to show it to you. It's the card that shows her out in the garden, and that gate is locked, and she's wearing a little key on a necklace around her neck. And it talks about how this garden is her comfort zone. Like I call my room my safe room, right? So it's like, this is her safe room, and she doesn't want to go out into the world, right? When we have our awakenings, this happens, like a for real thing. Like I'm at the point where it's like I used to be a really big people person. Like I'm really excited to go take this summer job on the lake because I'm excited to see people again. But I definitely spent some time where I guess people just weren't allowed, right? It seems like all of 2023 was definitely this energy of just becoming more and more and more secluded, right? Just removing myself and removing any toxicity more and more and more. It seemed like it was the whole entire year. But the garden and the gate says that what's outside this garden is this huge expansion, and it's spirit that's out there. It's the universe. It's the spiritual awakening. It's the ascension, right? That's out here. The walking away card says she opened the gate. She used the key and opened the gate. I just want to say for Taurus, okay, so when I made this spread, this is supposed to be your energy for the week. This is what you're working on. This is your challenge or obstacle. This is going to be like the complicated week. This card is supposed to help you with this card, and this is supposed to be the outcome, right? We've been doing this for how many years? So I mean, I've been sticking to it for a really long time, but what I've noticed is, Virgo, a lot of times when we're having these big astrological events, right? These things, these events in the cosmos. It's like they affect us, and what happens is when we get to this position, lesson learned is supposed to help you with challenge or obstacle. It's something you're learning right now. So here's what I'm going to say, Virgo. The eclipse energy is here, and it's bringing you hidden truths. It's showing you things that you didn't see before. And most likely it's going to be in relationships. Now, it doesn't have to be an intimate relationship, but it could be a work partnership. It could be a family member. It could be anything, but it's a relationship, right? And it's showing you something that you need to either clear out, remove, heal, right? I did pick up that Mercury retrograde energy the moment I turned this first card over, actually before I turned the card over. So I do feel like it's going to be some relationship where maybe before you weren't ready to walk away from it. Maybe before you weren't ready to release the person or the idea of the person or whatever it is. And it's like now this is the week where to the hidden truths, right? And it's like now you're like, wait a minute, I don't have to do this. I have different options. I can make whatever I want, right? And then that's what happens, Virgo. So Magician in the Mirror is the card that says you have these abilities. You see how he's working with like fire and water elements there. So it's like you have these abilities and you're struggling to, the card actually says that you are doing it. You're using your abilities in front of people and you don't care what anybody thinks. You're not trying to more. But I think you have been trying something, or like not express something, not say something, and it's like this is the week that whatever happens here with this person, it's like you finally say it. You finally just like get it out in the open. All right, so Llewellyn, we're going to clarify a little bit. Let's look at rejuvenating rain. Clear the past and heal the present. All right, so we have Queen of Wands coming out. This could be about kindness, being kind to someone. It's normally about having confidence in your sunflower stuck out big time this time around. We have Six of Cups, big confirmations, reunion. Can you guys see the cards up there? Yeah. Some more confirmation from spirit, someone from your past returning. Six of Swords, being guided. Spirit is guiding. Most likely this opportunity is being brought to you so that you can be kind to this person. But I feel like maybe you weren't kind to this person whenever something happened. And I feel like you're meant to walk, you're meant to release yourself from something. But it's like, I feel like maybe the ending didn't go well. So you feel like you have some blame in something. So I feel like spirit is like bringing this person so that you can have this opportunity. Remember, guys, a retrograde is an opportunity to revisit that planet's energy. And Mercury is communication. So it's like the last communication didn't go well. It left you feeling like you had something you needed to heal. All right, so the garden and the gate is you hiding. It's almost like you don't want to have the conversation. I feel like you're scared to go and out into the expansion. It's like you're scared to walk through this gate. So the challenge or obstacle is gaining the courage, right, to unlock the safe room and go out into the expansion. Whatever happened with you and this person, it's like you've held since then. It's like you've kind of just been really secluded since then. You maybe aren't talking to very many people since then. But whatever it is, it's like they're being brought back around so you can have an opportunity. And I do believe that opportunity is for closure. All right, the garden and the gate, judgment comes out. Strong Scorpio energy, again, here in your calling. The Hierophant comes out. Could have something to do with a marriage, a spouse. But I think it's about making something balanced, making something fair. All right, so actually has like a whole story. I tell it all the time. It's that conforming story. It says that someone came and told this person a long time ago, hey, you got to do it this way. So they did. And then life was hard and challenging and they hit one bump and they're like, what the heck? And then somebody says, well, you're doing it the wrong way. Had you done it this way first, then it wouldn't be like this. And they're like, well, I was told to do it that way. So I conformed. I went through the normal way, right? And it's like now they realize that that was never the right way. And they have to do something completely different. But two major arcanas coming out back to back. There's that Eight of Cups. I love that the Eight of Cups came out. Thank you, Spirit. Big confirmations, walking away from something. Here's why, though. You had a belief system that someone was like your end all type of whatever, and they weren't, right? Maybe they were just a lesson. Maybe this was like a person that thought, you know, a lot of times we get our relationships mixed up, right? I always talk about how there's three different types of relationships. You can have one twin flame. There's only one, okay? There's only one person that you don't get to swap it out. Like, oh, this guy sucks. He work. He's choosing free will. So I'm going to go find another twin flame. It doesn't freaking work that way, okay? You were asleep and now you're awake. There's only one person there. And not everybody is a twin. People have different types of spiritual awakenings, right? Don't be sad if you're not. Just saying. Congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back. You have soulmates, right? Soulmates are the best relationships, right? They're equal effort, partners. I water you, you water me, we grow together, right? That's beautiful, beautiful energy. Two givers, soulmate energy. And then you have karmic energies. Karmic energies are the ones that I feel like get confused for twins. Have you ever heard somebody say, I have a twin soulmate, or I have a twin flame karmic? And I'm like, you don't have a cat dog. You either have a cat or a dog. It's one or the other. You can't have them mixed. It doesn't work that way, right? So I kind of feel like it's very possible that this Virgo energy, like maybe you had confusion as to like who is who, right? Here's what I'm gonna say about the Eight of Cups though. You definitely start to walk away and you start to walk towards wherever you're supposed to be going. And I'm a twin, and I'm not saying it's a karmic, but maybe it's like a twin that's choosing free will and you need to choose your free will, right? Maybe you're going to attract that soulmate because Eight of Cups, remember the Two of Cups, remember the gold Ten of Cups? So it's like she's walking towards her Two of Cups. She's walking towards her soulmate, right? What I was going to say is Minnow Pond taught me today that this is the only card in tarot that shows an eclipse. Do you guys see it? It's the only card tarot cards that shows an eclipse. All right, so lesson learned is, again, I feel like this is what you're going to do. You do it this week. The Fool, leap of faith. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my goodness. Oh, do you guys see it? Do you guys see it? It's the Two of Cups. Oh my gosh, Spirit loves me. Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, there's a tough lesson there. I'm going to keep going. 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles on the bottom. All right, so here we go. Ready? The Fool card, taking a leap of faith. You are working towards this Two of Cups, Virgo. You really are. The Spirit says you have to do this first. And are you ready? You're going to like it. Nobody likes it when I say this. Everybody gets mad. Watch the counter. We'll see like a couple people drop off. You have to learn to love yourself first. That's right. You heard me. And that's what I'm learning right now. Guys, my North Node is in Virgo. In Virgo. Remember, I never tell you Sun, Moon, Rising. You have all 12 pieces of the pie. Get your birth chart out and look and see if this goes with your spot in your chart, right? I know it does for mine. Right now, my North Node is telling me that I need to spend time on my own. I need to replenish my cup. I need to rebuild my relationship with Spirit, right? I need to put all of my focus into my spiritual healing, right? And in order I'm doing that, right? It's that Gemini. It's that we choose to love and heal ourselves so that we can attract better partners, but also so we can be better partners, right, Virgo? All right, so the outcome is Magician and the Mirror. It's the 10 of Pentacles, going after what you want with passion, with drive, excitement. Queen of Cups, divine feminine. I could be talking to a divine feminine, but this is probably more about unconditional love, right? And Two of Pentacles is here. And you're not going to like this either. Ready? Two of Pentacles is that energy where it's like resources are low, or like you feel like you're being pulled in too many. I recently learned that the Two of Pentacles says that Spirit's telling you, make it work. Make it work. And do you see the work card? Make it work. Eight of Pentacles is here. Eight of Pentacles is focus, dedication. Again, remember the goal is the 10 of Pentacles. If you want this, make it work, right? What are you making work? Your own abilities, your own spiritual abilities. I almost jumped the gun. Look at that. It's out. Puja. Puja. Look. Distracted. Spirit's trying to get my attention and let me know Puja was here. I'm like, wait a minute. All right, so I'm going to pick several just like we did for Taurus. And then we'll one of them out of the book. I got these cards last week, guys. Like last Thursday. I can't put them down. Can't put them down. All right, we have the Servant Queen, divine, magnetic, and valuable. You are worthy of beautiful things. We have magic, power, beginnings, and transformation. I'm not underestimating my own magic anymore. This is the one that we're going to read because we have the Magician and the Mirror. And if you read it in the book, it talks about him using his own magic. Of course, he's talking about his own abilities, right? It's also number 8. We have the Magic Mushroom, Miracle and Opening Up. It says stay open to the good and beautiful things. It's number 15. The bee always sticks out to me on this one. The past is on the big confirmations, releasing, rebirth, and spring is here. All right, let's read the magic card, number 8. All right, so it has power, beginnings, transformation, and bravery. Affirmation spell is I trust in the magic and power within me. If you have pulled this card, you're entering a powerful and pivotal era of your life. Royal energy of the Queen and King. Your highest self is so proud of you. You're undergoing a spiritual and psychological transformation after a journey of obstacles. Though it may feel new and unfamiliar, it is a potent place for you to grow, take action, and trust yourself more than you ever have before. Do you see how beautiful the sunrise is? It brings with it so many possibilities, adventures. Be brave, try something new. You've got this. Stop feeding the demon of doubt. Instead, give it love and watch it turn into an angel. Oh my God, I love that. Stop feeding the demon of doubt in your head. Instead, give it love and watch it turn into an angel. Wow. It says it's okay to hit a learning curve. It's okay to make mistakes, especially when you accept accountability for them and try to do better next time while giving yourself more grace, compassion, and forgiveness. You're not going to get it all right or perfect, and you're not supposed to. You're meant to live the fullest and truest expression of yourself. You're meant to feel fully alive. Take the higher path you feel called to. You are the hero of the story, and it's time to stop underestimating how powerful you are. You are capable of so much more. You can be a fair and balanced ruler in your own life. All the spiritual guidance you need is within you. Your connection with your own magic is very strong, especially at this point in your journey. Remember to trust yourself. You, more than anybody, know where to go next, even if it's just to a place of peace and contentment in your psyche. There's also a path, and if you're coming from turbulence, there's more than enough. Sometimes the journey can only be walked from within. Go to the next place. Do the next thing. It's time. I love these cards. Love them. I think whatever this situation is about, it taught you something about your own personal power. I think it has something to do with spending time on your own. None of us like spending time on our own until we learn to love ourselves and like ourselves. Realize it's the best time we ever have. At least that's what Spirit tells me I'm fixing to learn. All right, Virgo, let's close it out. Moonology Oracle. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I don't know who just sent that donation, but I love you so very much. All right. Nothing is yet set in stone. I'm sorry, guys. It distracted me. All right. Nothing is yet set in stone. It's the mutable moon. Take time to breathe out. It's the dismenting moon. And balance spirituality and practicality. And I think that's what's happening. It's full moon in Pisces. On the bottom, are you ready? Don't let your past hold you back. It's the South Node. Beautiful. All right, Virgo, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, make sure to tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and we have Capricorn next. Okay, everybody coming to join us. Jenna and Pooja, Sarluva. I love you ladies. Miss Tina. Miss Tina was up at 9 o'clock. Sandra said, almost done with painting. I missed it. You got any Capricorns hanging out in here tonight? My mom was a Capricorn. Stubborn as all get out. She was a her way or the highway type of person. Sarluva just got off work. Venus and Capricorn. How interesting. I've been studying the different Venus placements. Tells us a lot about our lives in general. People think it's just your love life, but it's not. All right, guys, don't forget, tomorrow night, air signs, and very possible that I will be streaming from a different location, just something for fun. I don't know, I get bored. I like to shake things up every once in a while, right? So we may be at a different location. I'm gonna go check it out first just to make sure it'll work. Sweet. I got a feeling it's gonna work just fine. Royalty 29 is new energy and is a Capricorn. I love it. All right, Royalty 29, here we go. All right, 11919. I love the number synchronicity. Capricorn, this is going to be from March 31st through April 19th. One's new beginnings, nine's closure, right? A completion's coming to something. I want to read it. Let's do it. Let's go up 1919. Boy, can't. There's no such thing. All right, give me the 119 then. All right. You are being invited to step into your power and take charge of your situation. Stop waiting for other people to influence your next move. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. So the 31st through April 6th, you have Mercury retrograde on the 1st. It's popped up for the other, so I imagine it's going to pop up for you too. But I do want to mention that we're also in that eclipse energy. So Libra full moon lunar eclipse just happened, and then we have Aries on the 8th. So kind of in that in-between time. What people don't realize is that in-between time is when the eclipse energy is here. That's when you're shown whatever is coming to light, right? Whatever hidden truths are being brought to you. All right, let's look at energy of the week with the Sacred Traveler. So remember, Sacred Traveler is by Denise Lynn, and this is going to be your higher self. Look at the Miracles card coming out. Expect the wondrous to emerge. On the bottom, we have view from above, get the big picture. The view from above is definitely giving me that perspective type of picture, like, or energy, like when you look back at things and you're like, how did I get here? How did all this happen? And then you look at, you know, where you're going to go from here. Like, what's the next step? How am I going to get to where I want to go, right? All right, let's use Energy Oracle. Let's look at the challenge or obstacle. And you could be making wishes. Like, I totally see like the little, you know, rub the lamp genie type of thing. All right. Challenge or obstacle, we have appreciation, and it was coming out in reverse. Adjacent possibilities is going to be your lesson learned. And oh, Capricorn. I feel like these earth rings are tough today. I mean, they could be tougher, but I mean, they're kind of tough. All right, so you got the Temple Path, right? The Temple Path, that card that says you're questioning. And I said it earlier when I looked at the card, like, how did I get here? Where am I going? You're questioning where you are. And Spirit said, whatever you're going through right now, you're supposed to be going through it for whatever reason. I know, right? Like, no, I don't like that. I'm sorry. All right, so doors, personal healing, and happiness is going to be on the bottom. Sorry, distraction. So the door to personal healing and happiness is the card that a lot of times it's like the door is open for you, but like you're not going through the threshold, right? I do see that sixth chakra, which is your brow chakra, your third eye. So you could be experiencing third eye awakening. I could definitely the how to get here, where am I going, right? Adjacent possibilities is going to be lesson learned. Again, this is going to be all three earth signs. Remember, when I made the spread, this is supposed to help you with challenge or obstacle, but we have these eclipses here, so everybody's like learning their thing now, right? Adjacent possibilities is not a bad thing to learn. It just says that you're learning that there's a different way. So remember, the goal is to get to the end of the hall, right? But it's like you start walking, you start going down your path, and then like, you know, you try this door and it just falls out, it breaks, the handle falls off, I don't know. But Spirit's saying, like, just try a different door. You don't have to change like the goal stays the same. You're just going a different route, right? Whatever route this is that you're going on, it's not wrong. Like, whatever is happening, I feel like when I see this card, where's that card at? Have mercy. When I seen this card, it was like, you want to be way over there, and you're like, how come I'm over here, right? And it's like, there's a reason for that. There's a purpose. There's going to be meaning to that. Something's going to make you ready, stronger, wiser, smarter, braver, all those things. And it's like, that's why you have to be where you're at. I feel like you don't understand it. That's why appreciation was coming out in reverse. If you don't understand why you're having to deal with the things that you're having to deal with, maybe you feel like people get you enough. All right, let's see what you're wishing for. Expect the wondrous to emerge. The Strength card, Leo energy coming out. It's internal conflict. So nobody's doing something to you. This is going to be about system. Ace of Cups is here. Emotional overflow. Eight of Swords is here. You're not trusting your intuition, for one, Capricorn. You hear it, but you're not trusting it. The Eight of Swords is self-restriction. So it's where you're telling yourself, I can't have something, I can't go can't have this goal that I wanted because this obstacle fell in my way, right? That's what you're telling yourself. And Spirit's saying that's not true. It's not true. 8 of restriction. You're telling yourself that you're stuck, but you're not. You're waiting. I read that. Where did I read that? Where did I see that? Where it says, like, don't let other people tell you what to do. Like, that's the energy. Like, that's definitely what I'm picking up. Like, you're, I don't know, waiting for someone to tell you what you can do, something like that. And it's like Spirit saying, no, it's up to you. You make the move. You go after what makes you happy. All right, let's look at that appreciation card. Knight of Cups. You need to deliver a message about cups, emotions. Cups are feelings, how you feel. You need to be courageous enough to go tell someone how you feel about something. Maybe it's about telling them, you know, you don't appreciate them. Maybe it's telling them you do appreciate them. Maybe it's telling them, hey, you should have appreciated me. I don't know to tell them. It's like, until you get this off your chest, until you deliver this message, the Ace of Pentacles is like, you can't have a new beginning. You can't try another door. 4 of Pentacles, like holding on to something too tightly. It's like restricting the flow, right? 3 of Cups is here. 3 of Cups could have something to do with third party, but it's that card. Oh my goodness, I should have kept it. Did I keep it? Thank you. All right, 3 of Cups is like too many people telling you what to do. Too many hands in the cup. You know, see what I'm trying to say? To tell somebody something, but if you don't have the courage to, and people are trying to like steer you away from that or tell you what to do or where to go, and I think that's what's keeping you stuck. So the moon is going to show you how these people are keeping you stuck. Do you guys see it? All right, let's look at the temple path. Again, everything has purpose. Everything has reason. You are on the right path. You didn't make a mistake. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. The 7 of Swords is here. The 2 of Pentacles is here. And the 10 of Cups is here. Thank you, Spirit. I was starting to get worried. 6 of Cups is on the bottom. This could have something to do with someone from your past. We all know that the 6 of Cups is reunion energy. And remember, Mercury retrograde, all about people from the past, right? 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords is Are we back? Did it come back? That was so weird, right? I love when it happens. Is it confirmation, Capricorn? I mean, I don't know. I want to tell a story about the 7 of Swords. Okay, so 7 of Swords gets a bad rap. Like, everybody's like, oh my God, that card's a liar. That card is mean. It's deceitful. It's this. It's that. Did it work? Is it going? Good. Okay, so 7 of Swords. Are you ready? There's actually a really lengthy story about this guy in this card. It says that he actually goes over to the next camp and he steals their swords at night while they're sleeping. And he does this because he knows that when they wake, they're going to come and stab him and kill him with the swords. So I feel like, Capricorn, you could be going through something where you feel like maybe you did to protect yourself. It's giving me this energy like I had to happen to me. Like, that's what I'm getting here. And I do feel like it has something to do with a relationship and maybe more than one relationship. On the bottom, again, that's 6 of Cups. So again, someone from your past. I feel like you didn't believe that you were enough for something. And I think this week you get shown maybe that you were. All right, let's do guidance. All right, so here's what I'm going to say, Capricorn. I feel like there's just too many involved. There's too many people telling you what to do with this cup of love. And you're going to have to release whatever restriction you have telling yourself you can't have something. Maybe you're telling yourself love isn't for you, something like that. Stop doing that, right? I think it's possible that it wasn't that you did try to do something before it was done to you. But what I'm going to say is like, remember I kept saying that the temple path is where you're supposed to be. It's something that had to happen. You had to learn it. And I do feel like it's something that you do have to learn, or you do have to go through so that you can have this 10 of cups. This could have been the 10 of pentacles, but it wasn't. It was the 10 of cups. So 10 of pentacles is everything. Jobs, career that you want. 10 of cups is very specific. Emotional contentment. The idea, the thing I'm picking up here is you just weren't in the right place, Capricorn. It just wasn't the right person. It's like now you're going to go find the right place and the right person. Did it happen for a reason? Yes, absolutely. I think it taught you to believe in miracles. I know, that's pretty specific. That's somebody. All right, the truth comes out. It says, that which is true will always be enough. Truth, honor, empress, and integrity. You're a badass comes out. Darling, don't you remember that you're a badass? Keep winging it. The fairy, blessings flow and magical energy. And you can let go now. So it says you can surrender, let go to now. You can let go now, surrender to what is. Sorry. Acceptance, letting go, water, and non-resistance. This is the resistance. You're holding on to something, and that's why you can't have this new beginning. Whatever you're holding on to, it's probably these two people telling you what to do. All right, I'm going to read. Let's do the truth card. And again, the past is on the bottom. I feel like it came out for all three. So clearly some Mercury retrograde for our earth signs for this week, right? All right, the truth card is number 37. And it says, honor, night, empress, and integrity. The affirmation spell is abundance happens when I honor my soul and live in truth. It's interesting because I feel like truth and honesty has been coming up a lot for the Capricorn energy, right? As the honest path, the honorable knight, the noble empress, the liberation of self. The highest view can be seen once we have reached the mountain peak. And what a breathtaking view it is. A grueling climb that requires strength and perseverance can lead to a feeling of total freedom. This is what it feels like to set yourself free by the power of truth. Fulfillment on a level of soul and wholeness of self. Regardless of what the world may see, you have earned your own sight. The path to authenticity is not an easy one. There are temptations all around. The witch's lair calls you near. Dark forces seek to make you stray from your path, to neglect your true self, discard your values, and dishonor yourself. Some people will even choose the easy path, selling their soul in exchange for a shortcut to the top. This never works. This is the false self, the starving ego. But when they reach the peak, their view is obstructed by thick fog and mountain mist. They become cursed by the one who lured them in. They will never see the view. Only living truly can earn this gift of sight and fulfillment. The truth card is about living with honor, integrity, and authenticity, and having goodwill toward humanity, being a real gem in a world of fake stones, shining your own light rather than relying on the reflections of others. It is to validate yourself fully. It is to honor the callings and the highest truth of your soul, even when you're faced with temptation. Drawing this card can be a sign that you are currently navigating this path. Wow. You are indeed on a quest for truth. Living authentically, I can't say it, has become a core value of yours. If you continue in search of this highest honor, you will surely be rewarded. In priceless ways, perhaps, if you continue to live within the space of truth, you will achieve an abundance you never could have imagined. It is not dishonest to wish for true wealth in the metaphysical and physical world. All right, Capricorn, are you ready? You're struggling. That's why appreciation is in reverse. That's why all these coins are here. You're probably struggling because you're either balancing out some karma. It's like you're repaying something. It's very possible that you were the one that did not tell truths, right? And it doesn't matter at this point because now you are. Now you're having an awakening. Now you're balancing out your karma. Some of you could those 0 0 0s. If you are, that's going to be when that karma is balanced. That's that zero energy, right? I know. That was a tough one. If you guys came here to hear a bunch of sugar coated stuff, it's going to be the wrong place. All right, Capricorn. The oracle to close it out. I think it's going to take some internal strength to speak whatever truth this is. Maybe it's truth to yourself. Like maybe you've been lying to yourself, Capricorn, about something. Look at this. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. I do feel like you're trying to balance that karma back out. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. You could be dealing with an Aries. And it says be bold and make the first move. It's the cardinal moon. On the bottom, a time for healing. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to leave it right there. Hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. And that's it. That's going to be your earth signs. Now, I am going to go ahead and clean up off the table here. I am going to keep my magical spirit oracle out. So if anyone wants a card pull, now is the time. Let me know in the comments. If you have a question, now is the time, right? So normally we do these on Sunday night. Guys, I usually charge $10 to ask a question. So I'm just saying, great opportunity, right? Thank you, Diana. All right, don't forget, air signs tomorrow, regular time. It is very possible I will be streaming from a different location, so come hang out with us. It should be fun, right? I do have one announcement before we wrap it up. We do have the Twin Flame current energy update coming for the month of April. I'm going to do it on Saturday night. So I named it Every Day, guys. Every Day, that's what it's called. I was laying in bed trying to figure out like why Spirit wouldn't let me post it, and I wanted to call it Spring Forward because, you know, that's what we're doing. But we're supposed to be springing forward every day. But just go listen to the song every day because that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? It's definitely about this unconditional love. It's about releasing the expectations and moving forward on our own, right? So that's what we're going to talk about Saturday night, 8 p.m. All right, guys. Thank you. Yes, Diana. Thank you. Thank you. So Diana wants to do a talking to heaven. Thank you, Royalty 29. Thank you for hanging out with us. All right, so Diana wants to do a talking to heaven. Talking to Heaven are mediumship cards by James Van Praagh. I feel like the mediumship, when you're on this specific type of spiritual awakening journey, I feel like it's a deal, right? Just part of the deal. I feel like once you start awakening and you start learning what your abilities are, you realize that you have access to that side, right? You can communicate. Yeah. I remember when I started this twin flame stuff, I used to tell people that I felt like I helped people more with the mediumship cards than I did like the readings, because I wasn't confident enough to do the readings. Remember when I would go every other word? And so I felt doing more like service or more help when I would do the mediumship card. But it's interesting because now I feel like it's completely backwards, right? I feel like I definitely need to. Did you guys know like there's seminars and stuff that you can take? I took one that was on Facebook because it was free. That James Van Praagh did, where he did like this whole week, where he came out and talked about his story, different things that he's learned in his awakening journey. Yeah, and it's like I could get so much better. I want to take like classes. I want to go see how other people like fine tune this gift, right? Talking to heaven for Diana. So think of your person, Diana. We will be together again. There's something about the water activity always sticks out with this card. I'm actually going back to that place. That's where I'm going this summer. Where they have those little things. I never remember what they're called. They're like little surfboards, and you stand on them and like paddle around on the water. It's like a really popular attraction where I'm fixing to go, right? So maybe you did that. I watch over you every day is on the bottom. I do see that heart cloud. So you could be seeing like cloud formations, and it's going to be confirmation that they're sending you this, right? But this is giving me like family. You see the little child. All right, let's see. We will be together again. All right, it says, because our souls are intertwined by sharing missions and unfinished business, we are destined to be together. For now, I'm in my non-physical form, functioning as a guide and a loving companion. While I can't give the guidance that God or an angel would, I can lend my support and strength to help and protect you, Diana. So you know how I say sometimes the words flash like the neon sign? The part where it says and protect you at the end. All right, once your life is complete, we will reunite in spirit form when I'll remind you of the ways of the wondrous non-physical world. I can tell you now that there's nothing to fear about dying, and yet you must live your life completely in order to fulfill your mission. When the time is right, you and I will have other physical lives, ones that are perfectly orchestrated to help others and to create spiritual growth for both of us. All right, Diana, I got a pretty specific message. Are you ready? Someone is telling me to tell you that you, and I feel like dad, right? That this person is going to cause a lot of frustration, but they want you to know that you're protected and you're being guided the whole way. Pretty direct, pretty easy to hear. I love it. I also had like this. I'm not even gonna talk about it. That's too much for one show. I don't know. It's like all the gifts are getting bigger, right? All right, guys, let's see. My souls in heaven are close to water. My souls in heaven are close to water. Interesting. I love it. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so very much. Diana, Sandra, Michelle is over on Facebook helping. My moderators, thank you, ladies. It definitely helps so I can focus on the readings and not get distracted, which I still get distracted, right? But yes, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Diana. Thank you. All right, guys, I will see everyone tomorrow night. Air signs, come back, join us. Might be a little exciting. Props in the background, right? And then Saturday night, of course, we'll do the twin flame current energy update for the month of April. And I may offer some free current energy readings at the end of that live. All right, guys, I'll see everyone tomorrow night for those air signs. Have a good night. I'm always, always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night. Thank you.